Hi friends! We made a floor. We transformed this shiny bare van floor into this solid insulated subfloor. Here's how we did it in a nutshell. We took a trip to Home Depot and got 2x3s, insulation, and plywood. We built two main frames, one for the back of the van and one for the front. We cut the foam insulation to fit inside each section in the frame and then sealed it all up with the Reflectix foil tape. Then it was time to cut and fit the plywood and lay it all on top.
And first piece of plywood going in. Nice fit.
Once we were happy with the way it all fit, we took it all out, applied this glue to the bottom of the frames, put it all together again, and piled on the weight for 24 hours. The final step was to drill screws, securing the plywood to the frame underneath. And now, here are a few things we learned. In order for the frame to fit nicely in the gaps of the floor, we cut the 2x3 lumber lengthwise.
So the van has these ridges and also has a lot of caulking. It sticks out. So there's the ridge and there's the caulking. It sticks out. So for the beam, in order not to be too much off, I ended up cutting them, making a little bridge so it goes over. And there it stays. Also, we added little cuts everywhere, like here. See these little cuts there, everywhere we could. If there's water, it can just travel between these cuts and find its way out, hopefully. And also you can have air circulating. That's just our worst case scenario in case there's water and that's spilling water. Also, the way we were connecting these is we're gonna use glue, but we're also gonna use screws to connect them first. And we'll put them in this section instead of gluing each one of them individually. We'll put them in pieces.
Some of the foam board insulation was left until after we glued down the frame so that we could connect the front and back for extra strength. Thanks to Holly from the Queen and Bob for this tip. Cut the foam board with the jigsaw. It's much easier than using the utility knife.
Okay, roll.
So because we have the ridges and the valleys, if one section has ridges on both ends, then it's no problem. The styrofoam will fit perfectly, just like it did on this one. But if it doesn't have the ridges, this is just 1 inch. And this is more than 1 inch. 1 inch and something. So in order to make up for it, we're gonna put some either made up of 3 layers with Reflectix, put one on top of the other. Use tuck tape, and then it's perfect. Put it with the feet in, and it's at the right level. There you go. Now you can tape it.
What are you doing there?
So we're gonna make a hole. We need a hole for the spare tire. This is where you have. That's how you lower the spare tire. It's the original cover. You got a hole in the plywood. You're gonna add a hole to the insulation, just like this. Put it down. Transfer the location.
And you put a little holder on it.
Yeah, we got a amazing holder on it.
Pretty amazing.
So the foam. Just put it here where the mark is. Too soft for us. There we go. Alright, first step, cut a cardboard box up and make a rough estimate of the shape of the wheel well. The most important piece is that the cardboard has to end. This is your starting measurement. On both ends has to meet the wall. Step number 2. Make yourself a little scribe, pointer, placeholder, and then start scribing. Pretty simple. Step 2. Cut out the piece you traced. Keep the inside part. And now you're gonna transfer it . Alright, let's try this.
We used the template for the foam board insulation and for the plywood as well. It worked out really well. Before we laid down all the plywood, we made sure to mark where all the framing was so that when we screwed it all down, we would be sure to hit the wooden frame and not the insulation. It took a long time to get it all right, but it sure is a great feeling to have it all done. We also cut up some temporary window covers for the sun and put up some kill mat as well. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.